Welcome. Thank you for being here with me. So now let's put together our moves 4 and 5. So we're going to put together rotate and push the ball into warding off with grasping the pheasant's tail. And this is going from a pushing motion to a pulling motion. And so let's just do the arms first. Like we've done before, we're going to rise and lift the hand. The back of the hand is going to be up near the shoulder. Opposite hand is going to reach across the opposite hip, holding the bottom of the ball into tiger's jaw. And now we'll unwind, compress, and roll the ball forward. And then from here, we're just going to turn at the waist about 45 degrees to the side that the front of the arm's on. And the inside hand is going to rotate kind of to the bottom of the ball again, actually to the bottom of the ball now. And the forward hand is going to go to the top of the ball now. That's going to be anywhere from in the same plane as it was before, maybe shoulder height. Sometimes I'll go as high as the head. Just kind of depends on what I'm doing, what I feel comfortable with. But I'm going to roll that ball up. My arms are at about a 45-degree angle to the side, to the front. And then I'm going to bring that ball, which is kind of now opened and more ovular now, and I'm going to bring that down and pull back. I'm going to imagine this hand is grasping the top, this hand's on the bottom, and then as I roll back to the same place I came from in my tiger's jaw, this movement's going to come from this upper corner down towards that hip, and then it's going to roll back into the opposite corner, or about 45 degrees behind us. And now that ball is kind of opened up nice and long. Back arm, shoulders relaxed, elbows dropped, and the palm is up, like you're holding a little saucer, a little teacup in your hand. And the other hand is kind of pointing towards that ball, or towards that teacup. And then I'm going to rotate center once again. My back arm, elbow is going to drop in as my forward arm rotates to the front, almost like I was in my ward off, but this time my fingers are going to be up, pointed up once again, but my hand is going to be, instead of pointing forward, it's going to be pointing to the side, and I'll bring that hand into the cut of my wrist, nice and low, and then I'm going to wrap my forward hand around it, and then I'm going to press forward just a little bit. I'm not going to be able to go as far with this kind of closer, tighter position. And that ends in what we call press. So now we're going to go to the other side. Go ahead and relax that. We're going to lift the hand to the top of the ball, circle up, reach the hand to the opposite side, holding the ball over the tiger's jaw. Now we're going to rotate and push the ball or roll the ball forward. Forward arm is going to come from the bottom. Back hand is going to come from the top as we roll into warding off. Turning from the waist and letting that inside hand rotate to the bottom of the ball. The forward hand rotate to the top of the ball. It's going to elongate. And I'm going to go anywhere from same level plane to shoulder height or height of my head. And then I'm going to use that hand that like I'm holding a sandwich almost. And I'm going to pull that back to my opposite hip. My arms travel along this diagonal plane and they begin to roll back. My lower hand, my back hand is going to scoop up with the palm facing up, and my forward arm is going to follow it, and it's going to be near the elbow but not touching. And my arm is going to go back to that back 45-degree angle. And then as I unwind that roll back, I'm going to let my back elbow drop in a little bit and let this big circle happen. As it rolls back and then circles back forward, my forward arm is going to rotate palm facing the chest. My waist is going to turn center. My back hand is going to cut into the wrist, fingertips pointing up, and I'm going to wrap my hand around the wrist and press forward gently. Excellent. Once again to the other side. Tiger's jaw. Rotate and push the ball. Grasping the pheasant's tail. I'm going to roll up to block and to grab. If you're thinking about the martial art aspect of it. And in this energy, this idea is the pull. I'm going to pull back. And that energy that's coming back, I'm going to let it flow into this roll back, this backward moving circle. And then let it become this forward moving circle like a wave, rolling back and coming forward once again. So the arm is out in front, palm is facing the chest, back hand comes in and moves into the cut of the wrist, and we wrap the wrist around and press. We could return to the natural stance like we just did and let the arms drop, or we can move like we're coming out of our movement 4 and move right into Tiger's Jaw. Rotate and push the ball. Rolling up to grasp the pheasant's tail. Flowing back. Roll back. Flowing forward. And press. Now with the legs. Go ahead and keep it in a natural stance for now. So from here, we're going to sink the weight, lift the hand, turn the toe, gather under, holding the Tiger's Jaw, movements 4 and 5 combined. Stepping forward into bow and arrow, we're going to rotate and push the ball. Roll up and grasp the pheasant's tail. Now I'm going to, from this forward bow and arrow stance, I'm going to ride the stance back by sitting onto my back leg and straightening the front leg. I'm going to let that roll back motion come through, rolling back, and to roll back I can look across my hand, and then rotate center, let the back arm come forward, forward hand rotates the face of the chest, hand into the cut of the wrist, and then I'm going to use my stance to ride the stance forward, shift my weight forward, and press. And return. Going to the other side. Sit and open. Gather into Tiger's Jaw. Step forward, rotate and push the ball. Bending the forward knee, straightening up the back leg as my arrow, as my brace. From holding the ball, I'm going to rotate to the side about 45 degrees and roll the ball inside hand to the bottom, forward hand towards the top. And like I'm grabbing something, I'm going to sit back, ride the stance back, let my body ebb backwards as my circle comes down and back into my roll back. And like a wave coming forward, my weight is still back, my hand into the cut of the wrist, and then I'm going to use my stance to press forward and to press and return. Excellent. The next video we'll put it together with the breathing and with the first 3 moves. So we'll have moves 1 through 5. Namaste.